Welcome once again to this channel, and today we will go with the new topic, that is peri-urban landscaping. So in the previous videos we have learned about the bioaesthetic planning, like how you have to sustain both the flora, fauna, and related to the plants and animals, how you have to sustain, okay, how you have to have a sustainable environment, right? And then taking care of both the plants and even the animals also, and how you have to take care from both rural and taking care from both the rural and urban area, right, in the city, in the town, and plus even in the villages. So how you gonna see all that, how you gonna take care of all that? So it's all in the previous video, and today we will discuss about a new topic, okay, and then it's somehow a bit related, okay, related, that how we gonna bring landscape in the urban places, or how we gonna do landscaping in the peri-urban area. Okay, so let's go for it. So what is a peri-urban landscape? So before learning about it, we have to know first what is the peri-urban. So urban systems keep growing worldwide with different intensities and characters. As a direct consequence, peripheries increase in number, typology, and complexity, and their growth is highly dependent on local, territorial, and socio-economic condition. Particularly in peri-urban areas, landscapes underwent fast socio-economic transition that has deeply modified their territorial asset and land uses. So, like in the increasing, what I'll say, in the growing worldwide or increasing, advancing world, okay, where there are so many industries, there are so many buildings and all, especially in the towns, in the city. So like in the previous video we have discussed about the rural and urban, okay, in rural and urban places, how you have to take care of the landscape, right? So same, okay, when we were discussing about the urban, how we were saying that how you have to take care where there is buildings and all, how you have to adapt, how you have to perform landscaping in that place, in that area, because it is a high need for people, right? Because it's like about our daily life. So in the previous video, जैसे हम लोगों ने previous video में discuss किया था rural और urban landscape के बारे में, and then हम लोग ने urban के बारे में डिस्कस किया था कि कैसे, मतलब in urban area जहाँ पर which include town or cities, and then how there you have to take care of this landscape and plantation and even the animals, right? So to sustain the place, and then क्योंकि हम जानते हैं कि हम सबको ज़रूरी है, we all need that balanced ecosystem, right? Balanced ecosystem हम सबको ज़रूरी है, especially because we are all living, right? It's not like we are a robot or we are non-living being, but we are all a living being, and we need a pure a healthy environment. तो जहाँ पर ज़्यादा industries है, ज़्यादा buildings है, right, and then schools and all, so obviously you need the surrounding to be healthy, you need the surrounding to be what I'll say, very good and very pleasing, and it should be even a bit natural also, with trees and flowers. So if there is trees, obviously there will be birds. So today we're gonna discuss more about it, and see here, like it is actually the forest, okay, forest, agriculture, and semi-natural area in peri-urban context have been affected by processes of urban developments that heavily modified the provision of ecosystem services. And urban development has produced this continuous and low density pattern, so that outside the main city the landscape is characterized by a strong fragmentation of farmland, forest, semi-natural area, and strong mixes of urban and non-urban land uses. So it's the same, you have to like sustain that place, you have to, like if it's a town or a city, you have to sustain it in that way that it doesn't affect the ecosystem, it doesn't affect the environment. Okay, so like we will learn about it more. And then here even the planning approaches are required to deal with the complex drivers of urban and landscape development to achieve a sustainable growth of peri-urban landscape. Okay, and maintain like जब आप इसको फॉलो करते हो, जब आप परी अर्बन लैंडस्केप को like फॉलो करते हो, when you do this, okay, like there will be balance in the, what I'll say, from the economical view. like अगर वहाँ पर buildings है या फिर कुछ because there are so much opportunity, हम सब जानते हैं towns and cities में बहुत opportunities है, like not only in related to jobs or anything, but even in education, like education maybe. So not to affect that also, and then even to balance the environment also, right? So that's why there it's also said that semi-natural, like not fully natural but semi-natural. Okay, it's like 50-50%. Okay, and so we will learn about it, and then how it gonna sustain the growth of peri-urban landscape, and then the main characteristic of peri-urban landscape, and introduce a set of planning topics, solutions, and approaches that are under the lens of current applied researches of sustainable planning. Okay, so again, like how I said that sustainable ecosystem, it's really you have to adapt that, like not fully, you shouldn't town ko matlab puri tarike se you shouldn't make it totally natural or anything, obviously, like to meet the need of people. I'm not saying that only you have to follow okay natural, but even from like daily life, या फिर हमारा जो डेली लाइफ है, या फिर एजुकेशन से लेके, या फिर जॉब से लेके, obviously you need a place, you need buildings and all, but you need place. Okay, you can't do it in open, like open natural area, but obviously you need buildings, you need a place. So balance that also, balance this also. Okay, so without affecting anything. So this is the like the meaning, and then like why we need to follow this. Now in this slide you can see that the peri-urban areas are zone of transition from rural to urban land uses, located between what the outer limit of urban and regional centers and the rural environment. The boundary of peri-urban areas are porous and transitory as urban development extend into rural and industrial land. Okay, so yeah, like how I said, see in the last line, as urban development extend into rural and industrial land, but both like you're adapting rural also, industrial also. Rural means like natural, like in the village area. Okay, and plus you are also having the industries also, industrial land. You can see here in the first picture also, like how you can see there is a bus, there are houses, there are plantation also, right? That green color, there are plantation. और उसके boundary में क्या है? You can see that there are trees है, right? ये बस glimpse है peri-urban landscape का. और इसके दूसरे पिक्चर में आप देख सकते हो इसमें कि how the children are playing, and ये जो background है ये शायद flats होगा, like it can be a flat or it can be a school, right? And there is a like how the kids are playing, there is trees, in front of the trees there is a pond, right? and how the children are playing, that they're enjoying in the natural environment, right? And lastly, koi log like they even follow this because see, uh, I came to know there was one person, okay, and then वो मतलब एक आंटी थी, and then मतलब she really want to follow एग्रीकल्चर, बहुत मतलब इंटरेस्ट है उनको एग्रीकल्चर में. तो शी आस्क मी, मेरे से पूछी, वो बोली कि मतलब मैं फिर बोली येस, इफ़ यू वांट टू डू एग्रीकल्चर यू कैन डू, परफॉर्म इट, डू इट, राइट. एंड देन इट वाज रियली कॉमन, स्पेशली मतलब वुमेंस के लिए. तो इट्स लाइक व्हाट आई से, इट्स लाइक अ हॉबीज़, राइट, फॉर सम ऑफ देम, कुछ कुछ लोग के लिए, कुछ मतलब लड़कियां के लिए. तो फिर I just told her that you perform that, but she said कि no, I can't, because in my place or in my area जहाँ पर मैं रहती हूँ वहाँ पर problem है. I said what? Then she said there is no soil, there is no soil, because जो उनका वरांडा था पूरे like it was all cemented, पूरा cemented कर दिया था. So that's why they don't have. So I said okay, but they can buy or they can take from their friends also, right? And then they can just use like a box and then वहाँ पर वो plantation कर सकती है. Nowadays you can see people, so many are doing in pots, like planting of chilies, right? Pots में plant कर सकते हो chilies को, right? मिर्ची को. And not only that, even like beans and all, right? So like different type of vegetable, many people are practicing. like previous videos में भी हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था कि अभी के टाइम में जब कोरोना वायरस हो रहा है, so many people are following this, they are doing this, right? Plantation and all, staying at home just like that, no, but they are even practicing agriculture. So it's really important. like जो background है agriculture का बहुत important है. And it's like from the small, like ये जो feel है from childhood till the like old age people, they follow this. And I even give you one example also, that even in old age home one also, that how the people there are telling the old people, वो लोग old people को बताते हैं जहाँ पर they used to put the old people. So they used to, the in charge there, they used to tell them that gardening practice कर सकते हो, you should do the gardening practice and all, because it really distract their mind and it give them peace, right? So they follow that then. So here you can see the last picture, right? It's like a raised bed, you can see it's a raised bed, okay, and there are so many raised bed there. So collecting so many soil, okay, soil from different area, and then they just follow the process of raised bed. वो raised bed को follow करे और करके कर लेंगे, और उसके बाद क्या होगा, they can do plantation of different plants, okay. So this is really important, okay, especially जो busy city है, town है, या फिर जहाँ पर जैसे मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया था, okay, I've given one example of one woman कि कैसे she like how she was saying that कि she don't have soil, उनके पास soil ही नहीं है, because उनका जो land था, जो उनका वरांडा था, because she don't have a big land, okay, उनका घर है और सामने में like they have pots, okay, they plant flowers and all. Flowers though, yeah, they have the hobbies, but she want to do plantation like this. In the last picture you can see. So for that reason, okay, so I just give her this example that you can go for it in the plantation, in the box and all. And then she can even follow this also, collecting soil from different places, and then she can follow the raised bed process. और फिर वो मतलब कर सकती है, like she just need woods, even woods also you can see here from the side, ताकि जो आपका soil है वो मतलब it won't like after there is rain and all, then it won't come down and all, right? It won't spread, but it will stay fixed at that same place. So these are some practices. Raised bed also is one practices that is practiced in the peri-urban areas. Okay, so these are some of the important. Now we'll go to the next slide. That is, you can see here the picture. There are buildings and there are so many trees also. You can see there are so many trees. There are houses. Maybe, I guess this picture that I took, it's a hospital. Okay, ये hospital है और इसके side में you can see that there are so many trees. It's a building, right? But there are so many trees also here. So this is one example of peri-urban landscape. Okay, so peri-urban area landscape, like I've already said before, that underwent fast socio-economic transition that have deeply modified their territorial, asset and land uses. And forest agriculture and semi-natural area in peri-urban context have been affected by processes of urban developments that heavily modify the provision of ecosystem service. Okay, so forest agriculture, semi-natural areas in peri-urban context, it has really affected by processes of urban development that heavily modified the provision. Okay, modified like when you follow this peri-urban landscape, it will even modify the provision of the ecosystem service. Okay, and the urban development has produced discontinuous and low density pattern, so that outside the main city the landscape is characterized by strong fragmentation of farmland, forest, semi-natural area and strong mixes of urban and non-urban land. This I have already mentioned before also, right? In the first introduction slide, I have mentioned this, that how peri-urban area, okay, in a peri-urban area, how when you practice the landscaping, how you have to go and you have to go through all this, like you have to make it a semi-natural area, like it shouldn't affect even your buildings or the schools and anything, but in like suppose like school, okay, there is a school and obviously school में pathway होता है जहाँ पर आप walk करते हो, like you can see even in your college also, right? जैसे आप gate से घुसते हो, so you can see that from side there are plantation, right? So you can practice like that. Okay, so it doesn't affect your building also, आपकी building को भी affect नहीं करेगा, it doesn't affect like even the roads and anything, right? So it will like actually beautify, वो और beautify करेगा, वो और healthy होगा सबके लिए, because even school is that place where so many children are coming, so obviously they are all inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide, so they need a fresh environment, a good environment. So that's why you have to practice this. Okay, so that's why you have to follow this, right? We will learn more and more about it, like landscape, not only about school, but not only about hospitals, but about so many things. Okay, landscape in so many areas. So you have to keep this in mind. Okay, you have to keep this in mind, that in a peri-urban area, how you have to follow landscape. Okay, keeping in mind sustainable ecosystem that doesn't only help only in the present situation, but even help in the, it will even help in the future. Okay, even help in the future generation. All right, so that's why you have to follow this peri-urban area, peri-urban landscape in the urban area. Okay, like for example, you can see here how it's looking, so it's looking natural, it is looking very nice, right? It's a hospital, so even if a patient come, like they will love the environment and they will feel good only when they will enter the hospital, right? They won't feel sick only because the environment only is so fresh. right? So that's why we have to perform this landscaping in the peri-urban areas. So these are some of the importance and need for peri-urban landscape. So we'll go with the next in the next class or next topic we will discuss later.